Hey guys, Nick here from Just Few Studios, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Titanfall 2 tech test. Now for those of you who don't know what the Titanfall tech test was essentially the developers of Titanfall 2, Respawn, allowed people on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 to download a tech test of the Titanfall 2 game, which will be coming out fairly soon, so people could try and break the multiplayer, essentially. And what I mean by that is, they wanted as many people as possible to download the game and start playing on the multiplayer, so they can make sure their servers are able to handle the amount of people who will be playing it on day one, so they can have a successful launch. Which, I mean, in theory, it's a really good idea, and I don't know why more games aren't doing it, and maybe they are, and I'm just not paying attention, but I did know Titanfall 2 was going to have it, so I made sure to get my act together so I could download and play the crap out of it. Now, for those of you who don't know my feelings about the original Titanfall, it's basically this. When the game came out, I fell in love with the premise. It was one of the games that as soon as it came out on Xbox 360, I bought immediately, and I played the crap out of it. The first video I ever did on New Gen was a Titanfall video. It was the beginning of the quote-unquote, I don't know, training or campaign or whatever. And then I did a live stream on New Year's with it. I made a bunch of videos on the main channel with it. I played the crap ton out of it off camera as well. I loved it. In premise, it was great. I did wish it had a campaign. I did wish that they had a few other features, but overall, I loved the game and I played it a lot. But enough talking about the original Titanfall, let's talk about the sequel, Titanfall 2. Now again, if you want to see my trailer reaction, I did a reaction to 3 of their trailers, the announcement, the multiplayer, and the campaign trailer, where you can click in the video or in the description down below to see my trailer reaction to that. So I'm not going to be talking about the campaign, I'm just talking about the stuff that was featured in the tech test. Now, first off, the movement system and the freaking grappling hook. Oh my gosh. Now, the movement system hasn't really changed a whole lot since the original game, except for the addition to the grappling hook. Now, not everyone can use the grappling hook. It's a special ability that you have to have on your specific character, but in all honesty, after playing this game for 3 or 4 or however many hours I played it, there's no way you don't put a grappling hook on all of your guys. I mean, there's some other cool abilities, like one where you could throw little shurikens, essentially, that could tell your entire team where an enemy was if they walked into that 20-foot radius of where you threw the shuriken. But in all honesty, that grappling hook, you cannot move around and not have that, okay? The ability to just grapple onto something, double jump, wall jump across something, and grapple to another building. It's the best feeling ever. I feel like Spider-Man with guns. It is fantastic, and I love it. It's the best addition to this game that I've seen so far, and it enhances the movement system tremendously. Next up are the weapons. Now, the weapons, most of them are pretty similar to the ones that you got in the original Titanfall. However, they did change a couple things, most notably the sniper rifle. Now, in the original game, sniping was fun for me. I mean, there was basically no bullet drop whatsoever. You didn't have to lead shots. You didn't have to work really at all when it came to sniping. In this game, they changed it a lot. First off, this could just be me, but it felt heavier. Like, I felt slower. Maybe it was because I didn't have any abilities that made me run faster. I could also just be making that up, but it felt slower because it's a big sniper rifle, that starting one you get. But here's the changes I know for sure. They changed the mechanics of it drastically, okay? There's now bullet drop. You have to lead all of your shots. And the bullet drop is to where you now have to, I don't want to say learn the spray of the gun, because it's not really a spray, but you have to calculate your shot like you're the freaking American sniper, sniping from 100 meters away, aiming like 14 degrees up. I almost had to pull out a protractor during some of my games to make sure I could get my shot. With that said, though, killing another player with a sniper rifle, it is now the most satisfying thing ever. I, at one point, got like a triple kill using the sniper. I literally put down my controller. I was so excited. Sniping is now so rewarding. It's a lot harder. It takes a lot more practice, but once you get into it, man, do you get into it, and it feels so good. Next up are the game modes. Now, there were 3 new game modes. I only tried out 2 of which. Now, the first one is called Bounty Hunter. It's fairly similar to Attrition. You have your grunts, you have your mechs, you have all those fancy doodads, but in addition, now when you say get a kill or something, you get some amount of points. and every 2 minutes or whatever, like something along those lines, a little deposit box opens, and you have to go put your points in that box. But if you die at any point with the points you have, your points get cut in half. So say I got a kill, kills were worth like 40 points on average. I got a kill, I kept those 40 points, but if I died, I only had 20. If I died again, without getting another kill, I had 10. And say then the deposit box comes up, I'm only putting in 10 of my original 40. So it really made it important to at least maybe time your kills, or time it so that you could get a kill and then survive long enough to put them into the deposit box, and the team with the highest deposits won, basically. And because it's Bounty Hunter, there are some things that were worth more points than others, like a mech that would come in that your team had to work together to quickly dispose of that dropped a whole bunch of points, and you had to, again, get those to the deposit box before you died. And it was very intense, and it was very strategic. I always felt like when I was playing it, once I learned exactly how the game mode worked, that I had to be constantly moving and planning and making sure I didn't die like an idiot, which was hard for me, because I'm an idiot. And the other game mode, which is one I did not think I would like more than Bounty Hunter, but I actually did, is Pilot v Pilot. Now, essentially what it is a standard, team deathmatch that you get in any other video game, except with the new movement system, the new guns, and that feel of Titanfall. You don't get any Titans, you don't get any grunts on the field, it's literally just your team of players against theirs. It was so much fun for me, and I actually loved the crap out of it. I know attrition will probably be my favorite game mode when the game drops, but I can go in knowing that this will be a close second. Just your group of pilots against another team of pilots. It was more fun than I thought it would be. And okay, I don't want to say I have any problems with the maps, but the maps were interesting, to say the least. They were bigger than what I thought they would be. They were around the size of the maps in the original Titanfall, but a little bigger, almost to the point where I was getting Battlefield vibes. Now again, Battlefield is known for huge maps. It wasn't quite Battlefield, but it felt larger than Titanfall original maps, yet smaller than Battlefield. So Battlefield is the best comparison I can draw, but they weren't that massive. They were just to where it would take me a little while to get from one end of the map to the other, and it felt like there are many maps in each map. Like, there are certain points where, like, okay, this point here I know is a chokehold, people will go, and this is where the first confrontation's gonna happen and everything's gonna get messed. But there are several other points where throughout the entire game, those choke points exist, where there's, like, it feels like there are a bunch of different maps in that main map, because there's so many different places that are places of conflict, I guess I'd say. And again, if this is my biggest beef with the game, then that speaks well for the game. I remember back with Modern Warfare 2, you and your buddy, if you guys had some beef that you wanted to get out, someone's throwing some shade or something, you could go, bro, 1v1 dust me. 1v1 me at dust. Let's go, bro. I'll kick your butt using the AK-47 or whatever. One of the maps in this game, though, is Boomtown. How can you take a map named Boomtown seriously, in my opinion? Like, can you do that? Like, man, you throwing around some shade? Let's get rid of this beef, alright, man? 1v1 Boomtown me. It doesn't have that same ring to it, I feel. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's that it sounds too much like Toontown for me, but, like, seriously, Boomtown. They could not have picked a better name for it. You know what? Again, if this is the biggest complaint I have, then I cannot wait to play this game more. So overall, I'm excited for this game. Could have had maybe a bigger wow factor, but I'm guessing the wow factor that I didn't get will come in the campaign. And I had a lot of fun with it, which you can't really ask more from a game other than having fun with it. So make sure you tune into those live streams and watch those videos. They'll be going up on the JFU Gaming channel. Again, link in the description down below, and link to my trailer reaction to all the Titanfall 2 trailers that dropped. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay classy. Later. Woo! Okay, let me explain this one. I recorded this when I was still learning how to play, and for those of you who don't know, grapple is the left bumper, and I forgot that, so I hit the right bumper like an idiot, chucking a grenade at a wall that sent it back to my feet.